Hello, my name is Erin Bogdan for those of you that don't know me, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 worst mistakes that most people make when selecting a coach. I don't know if you've ever been in one of those situations where you want to do something but you have no fucking clue how you're actually going to do it, and you're thinking, is this actually even possible that I can do it? And so if you've ever dared to do something great, whatever it is, you know that the minute that you go to take one step towards that action, your mind slaps you right in the face, with all the negative thinking saying, I can't do this, it's too hard, this won't work, what are you thinking, you're crazy, you're not blank enough, good enough, fit enough, beautiful enough, whatever it is, the mind just comes in and bam, it hits you. And so most people, that have done anything great, that have dared for greatness, and there's been plenty of things that have seemingly impossible but have been accomplished. Things that come to mind that I think about are walking barefoot on hot fiery coals, scaling mountains, huge mountains with no attachments, no cords, surfing, big surf surfing, like 100-foot waves, even walking a tightrope between buildings, skyscrapers with no attachments whatsoever, totally unhinged. So all these things that many of those individuals that have done those things may have been met with a ton of resistance and been told, that isn't possible, but actually it is. They're living proof of that. And the one thing that each of those people have in common is the belief that anything is possible. But in order to have that belief, you have to transcend your mind, and unfortunately, transcending your mind is a lot easier said than done. If you think about it, the mind is structured in a way that is designed to keep you safe, to keep you protected, to keep you small, to keep you in hiding. Even something as simple as stepping outside of your comfort zone to do something like I'm doing, like posting a video, right? You can be met with a ton of resistance. I know that I was definitely in the beginning of starting this. And so the mind is just this maze that you're trying to navigate through, and it makes it a lot easier if you can have someone holding your hand that's walked through the fire already and encourage you, believe in you, push you, support you, push you beyond your comfort zone, stretch you in ways that you didn't even know were possible for you to be stretched. And so that someone, in most instances can be a coach. But unfortunately, there are a lot of really bad coaches out there. The coaching industry is like the wild, wild west. When I think of an analogy that comes to mind is thinking of Oprah, and Oprah saying to her audience, you win a car, and you win a car, and now you win a car. And it's almost like her saying, and you can be a coach, and you can be a coach, and now you're a coach. There's just so many different ways that people today can receive coaching certifications in as little time as a couple of hours or a weekend. And so today, because of that, I'm going to talk to you about the 5 mistakes, the worst mistakes that people make in selecting a coach. And mistake number 1 is choosing someone that is like them. Feeling like, if you've ever thought of or can remember a close friend of yours that might be an old friend, and they just they jive well with you, they have a good connection, they feel warm and fuzzy. And if you've ever made an effort to get together with this old friend, maybe you haven't seen them in 5, 10, 15 years, and you're reminiscing on the past, and you're feeling this great sense of connection, and you're feeling safety and comfort, and it's just bringing this warmth to your heart. You know exactly what I mean, right? Like you just like them, you jive well. And I don't know if any of you have been in that situation where you actually do reconnect with an old friend, and then only to realize, like, why did I do this? What I thought that I was seeking from reconnecting to them actually isn't what I've really been seeking. And in the same way, you want to, when you go to pick a coach, pick someone that is actually really different than you, someone that you feel like, they might not look like or fit into the box or meet the image of what I thought that I need, but it's actually what I need. You want someone that is going to stretch you, that's going to push you beyond your own limits, that's going to push you beyond where you even thought it was possible for you to go. You want a coach that is going to level up your commitment level, that's going to commit to you, commit to your growth, commit to your transformation. And the reality is it's a lot easier to just stay stuck, to not change, to stay doing the same thing day in and day out, to stay in the job that you hate, to stay broke, to stay overweight, to stay in the relationship that you hate. It's a lot easier and it's much less scary to just stay doing the same, and it's a lot more comfortable. And so you really want someone that is going to lovingly not let you keep playing it small, not let you continue to stay living the same way that you've been living, who's going to call you out on your bullshit, who's going to tell you, you know what, I see you, I see who you really are, and they're going to inspire you to change, and they're going to inspire you to lick the plate clean, to leave nothing on the table, no stone unturned. And if you were to choose someone solely based off of liking them, the reality is they're probably going to let you get away with all the stuff that you've been getting away with. And so sure, you need to have that level of trust and respect and rapport with this individual and this coach, but you want to choose someone that is different than you, that is going to shake you up and shake your shit up a little bit. And so that brings me to mistake number 2, which is choosing a coach that hasn't done the work themselves. Think about it. Have you ever tried to go to a strength training class with an instructor that can't lift 5 pounds? Have you thought about skydiving with someone that's never skydived before? Have you, wanted to work with a nutritional coach that eats nothing but junk food 24/7? Or better yet, have you wanted to or had a desire to select a birthing coach that's never given birth themselves? Of course not. Why in your right mind would you? So you need to be very clear and unwavering on this point, making this really non-negotiable that the person that you're going to work with has actually done the deep work themselves, has taken the deeper dive. A lot of times, unfortunately, coaching stays on the surface level. It stays on the level of the mind, asking you questions, why, how, what, all of which never always keeps your wheels spinning, always up here in your head, and never connects you to your heart, never connects you to the emotions, the feelings, the sensations that you feel, that you sense in your body. And so that is a clue, definitely a clue, is if the coach is keeping you up in your mind, it's likely that they themselves haven't done the deeper work, haven't, done the deeper dive. And a lot of times, a coach can only coach you as far as they have gone themselves. So if they haven't healed or dealt with their own suppressed anger towards their mother or their father, or they haven't grieved the loss of a loved one, or grieved any amount of loss, physical or emotional, they're not going to be able to coach you to actually get in touch and get in tune with that feeling and help move you through that yourself. Mistake number 3 is selecting a coach that is in it for the wrong reasons. In it for the money, in it for the fame, for the fortune, in it to become the next YouTube sensation. Whatever reason other than serving your soul and so serving your highest growth and evolution, and having a genuine and sincere desire to transform, to be of service, to add value to your life. All those other reasons don't matter. The bottom line is you're either in it to be of service or you're not. And if you're not, my response to you, if you find someone like that, is to literally turn around, run the other way, and get the fuck out while you can. Even what you'll find is, even if you accidentally or happen to work with that person, likely the level to which, again, that they can take you to where you desire to go, or the transformation that you seek, probably isn't going to happen, because they don't have that sincere desire to be of service. And so they're just thinking about the next thing that they can sell you, or that, the next action plan, formula for you to take, instead of actually doing the deeper work. So mistake number 4 is finding someone or selecting someone that works only in a one-size-fits-all program. We are unique people, right? No one person has had the same experience across this planet. Everyone has different backgrounds. No one's had the same parents. Obviously, even if you do have the same parents as siblings, you have your own individual experiences. And so to believe that, there is one size fits all program that can solve your problems, make your headaches go away, that is just total BS. So while maybe the timeline of the program, might be the same, let's say working for a client within a 1 month time period, the way in which the coach works with you should be totally customizable, totally different, should be based off of what's needed in the moment, what's arising in the moment to be worked with, and to really feel and sense, okay, this is what needs to happen, this is where we have to go. You're almost, I want to say, living in a dreamland maybe if you're feeling like, my problems can be solved by doing these 10 steps, or all I need to do is this, and this, and that will get me there. Or if I want to achieve this goal, then I just need to take this action step to go towards it. I mean, obviously we know that that's not true, because if it were true, we would all already be doing it and you wouldn't be needing a coach in the first place, right? But a genuine coach is going to look at, well, what's actually in the way of me achieving that goal? What is the resistance that's in the way of me achieving that goal? What am I afraid of? Am I afraid of being seen? Am I afraid of being heard? Am I afraid of being rejected, not being liked, not being accepted? Or all of those things, what's in the way of actually me putting myself out there in some way? And so if the answer is yes, then it's like, okay, let's work with that versus let's try to conceptualize all the things that you need to do in order to get you where you need to be. And then finally, the mistake number 5 is working with a coach that is saying to you that they have the best deal of a lifetime, it's for a limited time only, that you're never going to find this price. Making any decision, especially one that is going to so impact your life. I mean, this is like life or death, right? This is about your own transformation. Making that decision based solely off of cost is like a big no-no, the biggest mistake. Obviously, all the things that I've already shared should be taken into consideration first. And if you think about it, what you really want to feel for is this deeper alignment in your heart, that this feels right to me. This individual feels like they can help me get to wherever it is that I'm trying to go. They can help me seek the results that I'm trying to seek. And you just feel this inner knowing, this inner alignment, similar to the feeling of what you might have felt in a positive experience in your life, right? If you think back to at the happiest moment in your life and what that felt like in that moment, that lightness, that openness, those chills, the sensations in your body, all of those feelings in your body is constantly communicating to you and telling you, which direction to move into. And so if you feel that same openness and you feel that same alignment, that's the direction you want to move into. I'm not saying to be frivolous in your spending or to spend beyond your means. But what I am saying is that allow your body to guide you in terms of, and your intuition and your inner knowing and the inner alignment to guide you and make that decision, not basing it off of cost. Because in my experience also, number one, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. But first you have to show up and you have to say yes to the opportunity. And number two, you're always being supported and guided by whatever you choose to call the universe, God, the divine, angels, whatever you choose to call the higher power, right? We're always being guided and supported. And so if this truly is in alignment, the greater universe is going to find ways to support you beyond what you could have ever imagined. And again, even my own experience, finding different creative ways to fund different programs and projects, or getting funds from places that I would have never expected or anticipated funds to come from. So feel from the inner alignment in your heart, and if everything else is telling you yes, and the only thing that's telling you no is money, I would say really check in and feel and get creative and feel, is this what's right for me? Is this where I need to go? So to recap, the 5 mistakes that the people make the most in selecting a coach. Number 1 is selecting a coach solely based on the fact that you like them. Mistake number 2 is selecting a coach that hasn't done the work themselves. Mistake number 3 is selecting a coach that is in it for the wrong reasons: fame, fortune, money, anything other than serving your soul and serving your growth. Mistake number 4 is selecting a coach that only offers a one-size-fits-all program. And mistake number 5 is being wary of any coaches that are offering the deal of a lifetime, or the deal that is too good to be true, or something that is happening only for a limited time, only at a really steep discounted rate. And so I would like to leave you with this. I believe that when the student is ready, the teacher arises, and everything happens in divine timing. If you found value in this video and it resonated with you, I would invite you to like, share, or subscribe to my channel. I hope that you find value in other content that I share. I feel truly blessed and honored to be a part of your journey and your process. And if you're feeling like you are ready to really bust through anything that's been holding you back, those limiting beliefs, those fears, the old patterns of behaviors and way of being, and you're feeling like it's your time now to let love in fully, to stand in your power, to reclaim your voice and speak confidently and boldly, and also to just open yourself up to all that life has to offer to you, and you're feeling a deeper calling to do this type of work, I would also encourage you to reach out to me directly, Erin@erinbogdan.com. That's BOGDAN, and I look forward to continuing to be a part of your journey, and I'm sending you so much love. I'll talk to you soon.